Welcome to the FTP Speed Shop PodCast, where we talk about what you talk about in the garage, because, hey, we're in the garage. I'm your host, Mike Early, and today we've got Ryan Sims, Derek Turner, and Aaron Murphy. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Great.
Fantastic.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Am I not supposed to be that good?
No, that was
It's
great.
Aaron, a.k.a. Darth Vader. You'll hear him.
That's just his vape pen.
Mm-hmm. Luke, I suck like your father.
So, Sims, you gave me a ride in that Grand National on Thursday night. Thing actually doesn't move out too bad.
Yeah, it needs some work, though. Hopefully it gets better for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a rocket ship, but
Oh, it looked like it left pretty hard,
it felt pretty good. That was actually the best it's felt.
and it did a burnout without even trying, which
Yeah, it
impressed
will
me.
just spin them fucking tires like nobody's business.
Are those tires 17 years old, just like the car?
Yes, they're old. They're
Perfect.
old. And they're just some 215s.
That's the best size. Mm-hmm. So, Derek, what are you working on in the garage?
Today was tearing down a Cadillac 390 motor for my wife's 60 Cadillac. Needs rebuilt. Took it to Torque Fest last year.
Yeah, that was
Pretty much the last of its trips.
Yeah, that was a
Things done.
fun adventure when the battery, your guys' makeshift battery tray, broke on the highway and shorted the
Arced
battery out.
Killed the taillights and the points for fried.
Did the radio was
Brand
radio
new
bad?
radio fried. Custom audio sounds. Whoops.
Yeah, that was good. Aaron, did you ever get that oil leak fixed on your Dodge Ram?
Yeah, I can tighten oil filters on occasion.
How do you fix a leak on a Dodge Ram? They just leak all the time.
Yeah, what ended up being the issue with that?
Got some manifold crack.
It's just a loose filter.
Not the double
It's
ring on the
literally nothing.
Can you change your own oil?
Yeah, on occasion.
He just started because now his warranty thing expired at the dealership, so now he has to do it himself.
Was this the first time he changed his own oil?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
First time on that truck,
And you made it leak?
temporarily. And then I made it not leak.
Mostly just in my driveway.
That's true.
But that,
Selective.
Speaking of that, my truck started leaking oil and I'm parked in your driveway. But I'm on the snow.
oh, that's fine. The snow will fix it. Fixes it all.
Yeah.
Nature will take it back.
It's nature's kitty litter.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Till it melts.
yeah, that's
And then
true.
it just goes
Then
to
you
concrete.
then you
So
see
you should
everything.
probably scoop it before it melts.
That's not. I'll get Jackson on that. No, shit, he's not
Maybe
here.
it'll freeze it and just rolls off.
Yeah.
Yeah, little oil icicles. That seems good.
Louis icicles.
What?
Well, if they're oil icicles, they're lubed up.
Oh, Louis.
Yeah,
I thought you said Louis. I wanted to know who the hell Louis was. The old Louis icicle. This is hard to keep three people talking. It's a lot easier when it's one-on-one. I'll tell you that right now. This is our first multi-person cast. So
Boy, you think that'd be easier.
you
Not
would,
gonna
but
lie.
you guys aren't fucking talking.
You know, it's a lot better though, more people, because I don't have to just stare at Mike's eyes for fucking an hour and a half.
Hey,
That could be
my eyes are up
difficult.
here,
I
okay?
mean,
Yeah.
I had to just look at the wall sometimes because I felt like we were connecting too deep.
Yeah,
I believe
did,
you.
I did notice that when I was editing. It was just a lot of you doing
Gazing.
this.
It was getting weird.
Well, I didn't break eye contact once.
I know. I was getting nervous.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't just stare into the camera then?
No.
Because I'm trying to connect with the audience.
That's rule number one. Never look at the camera.
Yeah.
Oh wait, those are different videos. Never mind.
Yeah. I was afraid he was going to turn off the light and try to play Who's in Your Mouth, but
Yeah.
Well, that would be easy
It's
to figure
it's
out.
a really tough game with two people.
I'm
there
gonna
is a
take,
dog.
Gunner wasn't in
Alright.
here.
Oh.
It makes it weirder.
Yeah, Gunner really freaked out when he saw you today. I'm surprised he didn't piss on himself.
Yeah, it was weird.
Barking at me the other day, and then he's just fine.
Oh, he was fine in here, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, a little shock therapy, straighten him right out.
You got a shot collar?
Absolutely.
You ever put it on your wife
No.
and try to make her drink something, then you shock her?
No.
You watch the videos?
Is that
No.
what Brandon and Darcy were doing the other day?
He's got a tins machine, and you put it on your collar. I should have brought mine over.
My son got a windproof lighter or whatever, and it's
Which son? How old's your son?
The youngest.
Why did he get
No.
a lighter? He's standing
I was
a
gonna say.
lighter.
No,
And it's windproof, so he can start fires in the wind.
yeah, and it actually doesn't have a flame. It was actually the oldest one. It was Jackson for his like survival kit stuff.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a flame. It's just sparks. It's so weird. And
So is it like just like a flint?
One spark can start a fire, though.
yeah, I don't know how it works.
Just
but
question for survival kit. Wouldn't he be better with a flint rock and then a striker rod?
no, because that
Because
shit
that can
shit
get
never
wet.
works.
But it can get wet. And it
Yeah, I
still
don't know
works.
how it works, but it was just shooting sparks at it. And
What if he's stuck for an extended period of time and he runs out of fuel?
I don't know if it runs on fuels. I think it just runs on batteries. But I was
Well, the batteries don't go
At
dead.
least he can charge it in the wilderness.
Yeah.
yeah,
He can
absolutely.
get him a solar panel too.
Maybe it charges off his cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a USB thing, plugs right in the cell. You guys are idiots. This is
Yeah,
fucking
why would you
easy.
just call for help then?
Let me
Will it
finish
take
my
vape batteries?
Let me finish my story. So you just said that TINS unit where you shock while you're trying to take a drink.
Yeah.
So I was like, what in the hell is this? And I touched it, and I had my beer in this hand at Christmas because I was like, that's not hot. Like, but I touched it and like literally lost all function of my arm. And
Where is this? It said lighter.
it's probably in his like survival backpack. I don't know where. I'm not digging through it
Okay.
because I don't know where it's at.
It's a good reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, it basically is like a stun gun.
That's cool.
Yeah. So if he's ever, a bear's trying to rape him in the woods, he can shock it to death.
Wow. That would suck.
That would be the worst way to go.
kill it?
Hopefully it's a white polar bear and not a black bear.
A little smaller.
Yeah.
I thought the polar bear was the largest of the bear species.
Oh.
But it has the smallest
White.
dick.
Oh,
It's the
there you
easiest
go.
to be raped
Sorry,
by.
takes me a long time to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got there though.
yeah. Derek, you have anything to say about polar bear sex?
No, not since last time.
Did you guys?
No-
you know what you
no
call
new
a potato with a
experiences.
penis?
What do you call a potato with a penis?
A dictator.
Dictator?
Dictator. It
That's
makes
good.
sense when you think about it. So, Derek, we brought you up a couple times.
Good.
Remember trying to get your Monty running for the birthday cruise, and we got it fired like right before the birthday cruise, and we were having some issues. Bush.
What kind of beer is that?
And you didn't take it, and I was so heartbroken.
Yeah,
because
that had that damn.
that was when you still had the TPI
Yes.
intake on it. Yeah,
That was a nightmare.
I was very heartbroken because it started, and I was like, it starts, just drive the damn thing.
Yeah, if it's running, it's got to be
It's
going.
gotta go. It's not like there's a chance of it breaking down since you
Yeah.
thrashed for the last 3 weeks to try to get it running.
Right.
But then I determined that you don't hack stuff together, and I do.
Yeah. He's never took a Winnebago that barely runs on a 500-mile journey.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the three people in the room. Well, Aaron never didn't go 500 miles. We're lucky if we made it 75. But
Yeah, but we had duct tape, zip ties, and baling wire.
Mhm.
We fixed the exhaust with baling wire.
yes, we did on the side of the road.
Yeah, like Tim Facebook Live.
I was gonna say we had 10.
Yeah, there was a lot of Facebook Lives. I did
Oh,
watch a
yeah.
ton of them.
His, like we talked in the
My-
last one,
yeah.
his wife got so pissed off and said, "I'm tired of seeing your fucking face."
when
That was a comment on Facebook.
when
Yes.
yeah when Lisa says I'm tired of seeing your fucking face
Yeah.
on Facebook, she's like very proper
Oh,
and like I
She's
don't
just a nice person.
very nice. I don't think I've ever heard her say fuck,
No.
but I seen her type it on Facebook.
Yeah.
So that was that's how we know Tim was in trouble. Oh, I forgot the best part. So we talked about the shitter tank cracking the pipe there.
Yes.
And we had to drop Tim off to go pick up his
Yes.
kids in front at the in-laws' house.
In Beatrice. And we were parked there and it was just leaking piss.
And I had to pee so bad because I just chugged like a pot of coffee from the gas station. And so I'm like, we go in, we introduce ourselves, we talk. I'm like, yeah, guys, I'll be right back. Run in. I didn't think it was leaking that bad. Run in there, take a leak in there. By the time
It's
we
leaking
pull off,
as-
5 minutes later, there's a pool right at the front of their driveway that all ran down into the curb, and there's a giant pool of piss. And I'm
was
like,
it foamy so they knew what it was?
Tim was mad about it too. I
Really?
Tim's pissed. Yeah, he's like, you pissed in my in-laws'
Pissed
Street?
at the piss.
Well, you
Street.
inside. It's not your fault that it went outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to do the right thing. Because
Instead of using our bathroom, were you inside and then you're like, hey, I got to go to my
I think we
mobile
were.
home?
No, I think we
we
were
were
in the
standing,
garage.
yeah, standing
We
in the
never went
garage.
house.
Yeah, they wouldn't invite us.
So they
Well, that
could
would've
see
been
it leaking out as it was leaking out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that
he
right?
goes into the camper to do something, and it
Comes
starts
out and
leaking.
just starts leaking.
Oh, that's weird. We're leaking coolant or something from the back of the Winnebago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was by far the best gambler.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That sucks when you set a pinnacle that high off the get-go.
Yeah, it's like going hunting and shooting a awesome deer your first time around, and the rest of them you're like, oh, this sucks.
Never went hunting, don't understand that.
Yeah, 6x6s are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But then you start shooting 2x2s.
yeah, or just female deers. They don't have any 0x0s. Female deers.
Dose?
No, I only shot Uno female deers.
Dose.
I've never been hunting except for with Matt Burt. They shot one bird and they ripped its head off for some reason. I don't know why.
Like,
And they put it in a lunchbox for school, and then it stayed outside for 2 weeks. So then they couldn't eat it because it was this big for one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what was happening.
Just seasoning it up a little
I've
bit.
been fishing with
or-
Matt Burt too, and he's caught crappie, which it was a good 15 or 16 inch crappie, good size.
yeah.
And those just stayed in buckets outside for several weeks also. So then we dumped them down the storm sewer out in Air Park, and that was it.
To set them free.
That's good. Yeah, give them
Were
back.
we talking the other day, and you said you went ice fishing with Bert?
Oh
one
yeah,
time?
gone ice fishing with Bert. He is quite a nature enthusiast.
Didn't
and
you say that he just bought a tent and cut a hole in the floor of it?
we either just bought the tent or he had the tent and we put it out at Bowling Lake out in Air Park, and we cut a hole in the bottom of the floor and then used an axe and chipped a hole through so we could fish, and we didn't catch anything.
Well, at least no animals had to live in a bucket. or a lunch pail for
That's
2
true.
weeks.
Yeah.
I'm sure he.
If we would have caught them, they would have stayed in a bucket for 2 weeks.
Well, at least it would have been frozen.
I was gonna say, if
would've
it
been
froze
okay
in the
that time.
bucket,
Yeah,
you
it's
could
definitely
actually eaten
wintertime,
it.
so.
Yeah, they can last longer. So he's more of a winter sportsman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the food
He
lasts
needs-
longer.
Apparently,
Needs
anything that
non-perishable
flies dies was
animals.
true.
Yeah.
He just shot the one bird that flew over us, and oh, jeez, man, we went fishing in a creek once also. And
It turns out you go hunting and fishing a lot more than you let on to.
yeah, so it was this. You remember Keenan? I think it was Keenan. Does like a, I don't know. He moved out of state, whatever. He's like a guide or something.
Cool story.
But they were catching these little bullheads, and then of course they take them upside down and bash their heads over rocks to kill them, and then they cut the head off and put them on a hook and try to catch catfish.
Yeah.
Never caught nothing.
He was hard on stuff. I remember going mudding up there by Pegler Cisco in Air Park, where everybody'd go mudding.
Coke factory.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Tim had his S10.
Absolutely.
And I remember driving the S10, and it'd just fill up with water to your feet, and he didn't give a shit. That thing was unstoppable.
Yeah, no.
And Bert come out there, and he had that Ranger. It was a really nice Ford
Full size Ranger.
Yeah.
Full size Ranger, he called it.
Yeah, but it was a Ford Ranger. It was a Ranger, but
Yeah.
he said a full size.
Well,
I don't
like
know what
a
that meant.
70s Ranger?
No,
No.
that's what you don't get confused.
Okay, so there
Yeah.
was no
It was a-
large,
There's no full size
It was an
there.
extended cab Ford Ranger, but it was full size, I guess.
like the square body-ish one?
Nope, it was a round body.
Oh, wow.
And there's a hill where you come down to go into the water down there, and he just hammered it, fucking full bore down that hill, hit the water, made it about halfway through, and that thing died.
That wave came back and just locked that
just
motor up.
sucked it in. Yep, he. Somebody pulled him out. I don't remember who it was. The guy had a Hummer or something out there.
Oh, Alley.
Okay.
Craig Alley.
Pulled him out of there. That thing sat in front of Skinner's house for 2-3 weeks.
Without, yeah, if not longer.
If not longer.
He
Just
quit making
muddy as
payments
fuck.
on it so it could get repoed. He
Yeah.
quit-
So basically what you're saying is the Ranger is a lot like fish.
yes.
Yeah.
Just
Well, they make Ranger boats.
Yeah.
That's
So
where I was getting at. Same
Oh.
thing.
okay. Well, see, it's all full circle.
I seen a Ford Ranger today going down. What was it? I think it was going down Normal, and it was pulling a big ass boat. The boat was probably twice the size
Yeah.
of the Ford Ranger.
Have you guys seen anything super sketchy when people get like a gooseneck trailer and they don't have any like thing to pull a gooseneck, but they
put it on their bumper hitch.
they put like modify it, set it on the bumper hitch or set it on the tailgate.
That'd be pretty nice.
I seen early
Seems like
construction
a good
doing that. I think it was a couple weeks back, but
Sounds like there's a gunfight outside.
That's north side.
North side problems.
Gunshots.
Yeah, it's the third time, fourth time that's happened, so it must be a gang war.
That's all right.
Yeah.
At least they're far away.
I can hear it pretty good in here.
Yeah, but it's not good hit us.
Yeah, but
They do.
sorry, that was a throwback to the first podcast. If you listen to that one, you'd know that. But they're not live yet, so.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, how's that shower coming in the basement?
It's good.
Got
great.
Got
It's
it all
usable.
up and running?
Yeah.
Got a
the-
permit
Oh,
on
yeah.
that, or
No.
You get a regular shower? Or
Oh no. I mean that shower that was always there is what you're asking me
Yeah,
about.
you just
the
did
one
some
that's
slight
been there.
modifications, yeah.
Yeah, just like new coat of paint. You know.
cool.
You painted your shower?
Yeah, you can do that.
I did whatever is legal to do without a permit.
Is it a concrete block shower?
Yes, it must be. Clearly, he said he painted
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's the only shower I've ever heard people painting. Was
Yeah,
when
it's-
they're like old concrete block ones.
It's a 1.5 year old fiberglass one.
What kind of paint did you use?
The
I'm guessing he didn't paint this.
Sherman
I didn't
Williams.
paint it. Well,
Yeah,
no.
special shower paint from
Who can
Diamond
afford
Outdoor.
that?
It was outdoor paint.
Yeah,
Who can
indoor,
afford
outdoor.
that?
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. No, that paint prices. Those are expensive. Get some Sherman Williams without a good discount, boy, you really pay for it.
What kind? Sherman or Sherwin?
Sherman, it's the knockoff.
Sherman Williams' son.
I learned something the other day. Did you know that Snap-on owns 40% of Harbor Freight?
No.
Is that because
No.
everybody that has Snap-on tools has Harbor Freight boxes?
I don't know, but they own some of Harbor Freight and that Bauer.
Yeah, you said 40%.
Yeah, they own 40%. But then the Bauer tools they sell there, those are DeWalt tools. The batteries will fit in DeWalt and everything, or vice versa.
Hey, quit slamming on
Really?
the table.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, whoever's doing that.
He was trying to play footsie with me, though. I was
Oh.
upset.
Yeah, we looked at each other.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I've heard too that the grinding, the cutoff discs, are just re-stickered. They're DeWalt cutoff discs. They're the blims, the one that didn't make the cutoff, and you can peel it off, and it's the DeWalt screen print, whatever.
Really?
On the
I haven't
discs.
tried that. I buy those all the time, and I haven't died yet, so that's pretty cool.
You should
Yeah.
peel the stickers off and see.
Wear a face shield.
I did buy their little roll-locks that have the flap disc on them, and that snapped and
Zing!
cut my ear. That was
Yeah,
great.
I will say things that spin at high RPM that you're trying to remove material with tend to be the most dangerous.
So don't go cheap on those.
Oh, just wear a face shield.
Oh, so do go
Yeah,
cheap.
I
Just
did
wear
buy
a
one the
face
next
shield.
day. It was
A face shield or a
Face shield,
more
yeah.
cheap ones. Yeah.
You guys wear eye protection? I just squint my eyes.
Depends on the situation. If it's a real quick
You
cut,
just
it's just
squint
yeah.
them.
I mean,
Squint them down to like
Hey, guys,
1,
hey,
2
guys,
mils.
safety first. Everybody
you know?
get your safety glasses on.
you can barely see what you're doing. There's no
Yeah.
chance of anything getting in there.
Yeah, I mean,
wait.
the
You said
eyelashes.
you squint?
Yeah. So I
You
just
had-
look at it.
Like extra bushy eyebrows and just kind of comb them down for a little
Yeah, grow
extra
your
protection.
eyebrows out, and then you're good to go.
I like to
I'm fucking pissed
pull the
at
brim of my
kids
hat
for-
down real low. I think that gives me an extra.
There you go.
Dude, you wear
Little bit
safety
of layer.
glasses though.
They should
I
make,
do. I have, like,
safety
half-inch thick glasses.
contacts.
They can do what?
Safety glass contacts. They should make
Should.
like hard contacts.
Yeah,
So
but I
it would be
can't.
safety
I
glasses.
can't
Still
touch
mess
my
your eyelid
eyeball.
up though.
Yeah, that's true.
What if
You
some
cut your
just
eyelid.
hits it and shoves it back into your eye?
I don't know. Then
Like
fucking-
a
Hey, this
1,000
is-
foot per
hey,
second.
We're just this is a workshop here. We're brainstorming ideas. You
Yeah.
don't need to get real rude and just shut them down like that. Throwing out all these facts.
Part of brainstorming. I was just
Oh!
asking
Go on
the
Shark Tank with that one.
Yeah,
just asking the tough questions.
someone's got to ask him. But you should be worried about his feelings.
Yeah,
His feelings are king.
yeah.
How are you feeling?
A little offended, slightly triggered.
Slightly.
Slightly, yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
No,
I
I'm
don't
going to
think we have
bottle it
time.
up inside and move on to the next subject. So, what do you
Good,
guys think
good.
about voice boxes?
You know what? I haven't seen anybody use those since I was a kid.
I haven't either, but every single cancer commercial back in the day always had a guy.
Yeah, they had a hole in their neck.
Keep those
And then-
doors up. You're gonna be
they
using
had,
one.
They had the old lady that would smoke cigarettes through the hole in her neck
Yeah,
and then talk with the vibrator voice box thing. Like, are those things implanted in their necks now, or has technology came where we don't have to worry about that? We can just smoke.
or do they just kill everybody off? You're like, you could get this, but we're gonna have to kill you instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was going to be a huge deal in my life. Like, everybody was going to have those things.
Absolutely.
But
Apparently, technology has really
it's like
you're trying to mock us on this.
55 years old, and we're just like,
like stop,
1 in
drop,
10
and roll.
people.
When have you used stop, drop, and roll in your life? Like, they really instilled that for years in grade school.
That's
yeah, but I
true.
bought a fire extinguisher, so that's probably why.
Maybe.
yeah, my fire extinguisher, the one
actually
time I
used
needed
that.
it, didn't have any juice in it. And I was like, it went poof. And I was like, oh, fuck.
10
Grabbed a
years old.
freaking rag,
Oh.
and it's super easy to recharge fire extinguishers, though. This is my little tech tip for the day. However, if you do this and it doesn't work, it's not my fault, so don't sue me. All you do is unscrew the end, put an air chuck or an air hose end on it, hook your air hose up to it, open the valve, fills it back up with air. And it's not like 4,000 psi, but it's 150.
You just wait till the needle moves on the fire extinguisher?
Yeah, right to
just-
the green thing.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't quite go.
Doesn't
that
it have
high.
powder? You refill the powder?
Yeah,
Just the
but
air
like,
leak out.
if the air leaks out, mine was still full of powder. We
Oh.
made an air gun with Jackson one day, and it's actually right over there if you guys want me to get it.
We should play with it, probably.
I have an old
How about the air
chrome
gun,
fire
though?
extinguisher that you can fill with anything and then pump it up.
How's that go?
You can fill with anything and then you pump it up.
Oh, nice.
So hold on,
Pump it a little more.
It's like an antique one, but it's all chrome.
but it has to be this motion to get it.
Well, I mean, it depends on how fast you want to do that. I
So-
mean, this is way faster than this.
That's true. Yeah, because punching it never works.
No.
No.
And that could be offensive to some people. If you're in a punching motion, they could get triggered.
Oh,
true.
that's true. Yeah. Emotions, feelings. Those are the most important.
Where you going?
I'm getting my fire extinguisher gun.
Is that like a mini potato gun?
Fucker! Get the shit!
That was great.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And to recharge
Wow.
it, you just fucking.
I didn't even see a fire.
You just
No.
pop this
What-
end off.
what
put
shot
it on
out
the
of
hose
it?
in, and then just fill it back
Jesus.
up, and it just shoots.
Wow.
That's pretty ingenious.
Is that from YouTube?
No,
Or is
I
it, he got that from Boy Scouts?
Yeah,
don't know where the fuck
it's right there.
Oh.
It probably went through your garage door.
Yeah.
Well, either way, we don't need to play with this tonight. So
Can't you just jam potatoes in the end and then shoot little wads?
Oh,
of
yeah.
potato?
probably
Definitely could.
We started out with I think the shotgun wad will fit in there. Oh yeah, there it is. He's got it all taped up. I don't know. He made this. I have no idea what it is, but that's the genius.
pretty
of a
dangerous.
12-year-old. Yeah, he's got in trouble a few times shooting it at his siblings. But yeah, you can recharge a fire extinguisher really easy.
That must be what they
That's what they do in the back of our shop when we take all of
yeah,
them back
that must
there.
be do what they do yearly when they come check the fire extinguishers. They just
There's a
Put
guy,
it
with
in
a,
there.
a guy with a bicycle pump just pumping it.
maybe,
Nice.
Yeah.
It's probably
maybe
nitrogen,
he's
though.
got
That way
another
it's
fire extinguisher.
no water
He
in there.
blows into the fire extinguishers.
Ooh.
That's how they make new fire extinguishers.
Well, what
Fire
happens?
extinguishers
You have to
get
wait a
together,
little while.
and they make another one.
And then all of a sudden you got a new fire
It's a
extinguisher.
little mini, one of the mini ones.
Yeah.
You put in your camper.
Ah, interesting. So the one in my camper is going to grow up at some
Eventually.
point, and it'll turn
Yeah.
into a full-size one.
And then you need to introduce it to another full-sized one.
Yeah, how do you know it's a boy or a girl fire extinguisher, or does that matter in fire extinguisher?
Gender is a
Well,
social
there's A, B, and
construct.
C fire
It's like a worm.
extinguishers.
It has both.
Or there's the ones that are all A, B, and C. They just cover everything.
So
Those are
that's a,
transgenders.
oh, okay.
Transformers?
I thought maybe that's when yeah, that's when you had a three.
They're
way.
the
You got all
alphabet
three
of them.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I'm glad
Yeah.
that I've learned how to make fire extinguishers. You guys have really opened my eyes on a lot of things.
Well, you started it and you told us how to charge them. So
Well, that is true, but I didn't know how to make a new fire extinguisher. I just know how
Yeah.
to fill them up with hot air.
Can't wait to go home and ruin my good one. Hope I don't need it.
It's literally, what is that, 1/4-inch thread
Yeah,
on
probably.
the end of it. Unscrew whatever the air hose is. Unscrew the hose off of it. Put your hose end on it. Hook it to the air hose. Open the valve and shut the valve. Unhook the air hose.
what if there's some charge in the fire extinguisher though?
Make sure it's
Well,
not.
make sure you shoot that
You have
off
to make
first.
sure
That'd be
it's
awesome.
completely dead before you charge it, or
Just
do you
make
have
sure
to
the
have more air on the
Well,
side.
there's a good chance if it's got more pressure in the tank than outside the tank, it's going to shoot dust in your air compressor.
What kind of pressure can those tanks hold?
feel like you could air up some tires with those things.
Right?
Bet.
And if you fill them with the powder, is that like a fix-a-flat?
PSI, so 195 PSI is in the green.
Huh.
So that's damn near. You got a really, really good air compressor. You could get pretty damn close to that.
So at some point, though, aren't you just like
Man,
blowing
must be a really good
air
compressor.
on a
Mine's
raging
pretty decent.
fire
It's like 125.
and gonna fan the flames?
Like
really?
150 is what I was talking about. Oh, no.
If you just keep airing it back up,
I'm
eventually you're just
talking
gonna
about-
be
This thing had
like a
no,
leaf blower.
This thing had no air pressure left, and it was completely full of powder. And I was like, "Well, it's ruined, Jackson. Let's just blow it out." And we ended up like shaking it and dumping it out, and getting probably mesothelioma or emphysema from all the chemicals that are in there trying to dump it out in the
Yeah.
garbage can.
No, that's all good. Just don't like try to put a fire out with
Oh
it
no, this is a
anymore
full-fledged murder weapon now.
It's-
That's never going to be a fire extinguisher again.
for shooting
Is that an assault fire
harpoons.
extinguisher?
It's red and a little bit of black, so it's not.
I guess
It's
it only shoots one round, so it's not an assault one.
it's fully semi-automatic though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you had
Fully.
multiple, whatever the hell these things are, you could reload
Is that a bunch
it
of
and
straws
then
with
you
electrical tape around them?
You know, I feel like that barrel's a perfect size.
Boy,
to
if
shoot a
you're in
paintball.
California, you could not make that if that's a bunch of straws.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I think it might be a bunch
That's
of straws.
true.
It's definitely hollow, so I think this might be a bunch of straws.
Yeah.
The 12-year-olds are in this. So let's just walk through how we made this here. So,
Is the safety on?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
No.
Oh, there's a hole in the roof. No, this part right here is
I like how there's a splint on it.
an aluminum. No,
Pucker
that's the
aluminum.
freaking aluminium deck spindle.
It's not Chiloy.
No, I'm not familiar.
Alloy.
Probably.
It's Chinese.
Yeah, no, it definitely probably is. But this is just a black aluminum spindle from a deck,
It's so big.
and we just threaded in whatever something or other that an air hose slides onto. Didn't even tap it, just forced it in there. Just drove her home, and a little piece of air hose.
How come you have a hose clamp on the air hose end to the barrel, but not the air hose end to the fire extinguisher?
Yeah, what if that blew off and slapped you in the face?
Oh, this
a good
part right
point.
here.
Yeah,
Well, because you got to pull this off to recharge it. So this is how you recharge it right here.
but you felt like you needed a clamp on the other side.
No, this is just to keep the hose in line, and it will blow off of here.
Okay.
If every once in a while, if you got a lot of pressure and there's too much of a
Yeah,
back
friction.
pressure there.
it's empty.
Dead.
Darn it.
Yeah. Weapon is safe now, you guys. So that's all I got.
You could
That's
protect
sad.
a car lot with that thing.
Yeah.
So if that gunfight comes here, we're fucked.
No, they were just asking to hold on so we
Yeah.
Oh yeah. we
Hey, I
gotta
shut the air
it up.
compressor off for the podcast, which I did not do this time. So we're gonna have to let her pump up before we can attack you or
Fair
defend
enough.
ourselves.
Yeah, so
they'll
if you're
wait.
on your way over here,
Yeah,
They're way.
beware.
they're real big on honor.
Yeah.
20 paces, 12 noon.
Did that really
the whole
happen?
thing. Yeah,
Yeah. Gunfights?
Ah, that'd be.
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like I only see that in the
It's
movies.
the most
Yeah.
civilized
I do not
way to
remember
end
why
an
I had-
argument, I think.
I mean, it is probably the most permanent
That's
way
scary.
to end an argument. Like, yeah.
Unless you're a bad shot,
it's all
and then you
quick-
just keep bitching.
quick on the draw.
Yeah, who's the first?
Do you have
to-
one shot? Muskets?
Nah, it's revolvers.
So as fast as you go.
Well, yeah, I mean, you watched them. They pop them babies off.
Yeah.
Hammer cocked, one shot, slow them down, then start popping. Usually in the movies, it's just bang.
Wait, was that in a rap song?
Maybe.
If it wasn't, it should have
I was
been.
gonna say,
Yeah.
get the lyrics off of the video and we'll write it.
Yeah.
So, winter time's here, and what's all the car shows this summer? Who's all going to car shows? Which ones?
We're working on setting up an FTP Speed Shop car show.
You gonna do that?
We're gonna try to
Year
Nice.
2.
year 2. And by working on it, I mean I'm just talking about it. So I'm not going.
You
back.
just started right now.
No,
working
like
on it.
actually,
Yeah.
the first of the year, I told Brandy, I was
So a
like,
week
we need
ago?
to get going. 2 weeks ago, almost. Actually, just
Oh, you
over.
mean like not last year? Just before, just after last year.
just after last year?
So
Yeah,
2022.
like 14 days ago is when I started saying, hey, we got to get a new venue. I think we've got some leads.
Nice.
Not really, but I think.
So you talked to some people?
No, just had some ideas.
Just drove by on the way to the grocery store.
Yeah. Anyways, my old man worked for a certain grocery store for a long time.
Hinky Dinky?
Yeah, Hinky Dinky. Yeah.
Can everybody do the Hinky Dinky challenge on the way to the show?
Is that where you jump the?
The dip?
Yeah.
By Northeast High School?
I never did the Hinky Dinky challenge once.
Oh, that sucks. We did it in my buddy's dad's Tahoe, and we fucking got that thing pretty airborne.
Yeah, jumping cars when you're 16 seems like a really good idea until you do it, and then it's really fucking sketchy.
Yeah.
There was over by Millard Lumber, there was those railroad tracks and that steep hill. I don't know what the hell the street... Not Millard Lumber, Lincoln Lumber. Down on, like, Yolanda.
Yeah.
And I jumped my Cavalier there a couple times. In the
Honda
second,
Cavalier.
Yeah, my 93 Honda Cavalier.
Did you ever do the alley challenge there off of 14th Street in Adams? That alley that you turn in, it's almost straight up and down?
14th and Adams. Oh, where you jump off a Cornhusker?
Yeah, it's before that. Right across the street from the gas station, there's an alley there, and they concreted the approach, and it's a hell of an angle going up that thing.
I never have done that.
Oh, man. We used to do that, and then one time we took a car from my buddy's tow lot, and it broke down. He come and got us. There was 4 of us in the car. He hooked us up to the tow truck, and then he drove down that son of a bitch with us on the back of the tow truck.
In the car?
We were in the car, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the tow truck.
Towing the car.
Yeah.
But was it like... Were you worried the car was going to pop off?
Oh,
or was
yeah.
it just so
yeah,
steep?
it's so steep that we were damn near sitting on top of him because of the angle of him, and then the car...
So you weren't worried about the car falling off, you were worried about the car driving over the top of it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Speaking of tow trucks and cars getting repoed, have you guys seen those videos of all the people that are like, "You're not taking my fucking car," and they jump in and try to drive off of it?
Yes.
And they basically destroy their car?
Yes, I've had that happen. Me and Jeremy, my buddy that has a towing company, we've had that happen when we were impounding cars from permit parking places. If you're hooked up to the tow truck and they drive off, that's considered theft. They can get in trouble for stealing their own car because you have possession of it.
Because they were parked illegally,
Correct.
so now technically you have possession.
Yep. And they will rip their bumpers off.
And you just almost have to sit back and laugh because they caused $1,000 worth of damage to their car for
And
$100 or $200 impound.
At that time, it was $110 to drop it on
Yeah.
site. And they would do that, and then you could call them in, and then plus they'd get in trouble for stealing.
And then you could take the car anyway and impound it.
Pretty much.
I would like my car back, please.
Yeah.
I was impounding this at the time.
We had a guy sit on top of his car one time.
While you're driving off?
And while we tried to take it, he sat on the roof.
That's... What do? You just like... Well, you just be like, good fucking luck, bud!
He called the cops.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what we'd like to do, but you can't.
Not as
do
many cell phones back then, probably.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I remember
Get away with a lot
helping
more.
TJ do some of that stuff and going and impounding cars, and
Yeah.
it was...
It's a good time, actually.
It's fun, slightly scary,
Yes.
especially when you're having to you hook up to it and you're like, oh fuck, we got to dolly this or whatever,
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden you're there for 10 more minutes.
Yeah, no, you drag it down the block before you throw the dollies on it.
Yeah,
You gotta get it out of there.
yeah, no, it was definitely a sketchy situation sometimes, but all in all, having a good buddy with the tow truck company comes in really handy when you tend to blow up transmissions and things like that. You're like, I blew up another transmission. I'm gonna go grab the fucking tow truck and pick my
speed
car
dial.
up.
Yep. I used to have one of his tow trucks a lot because I helped him, and my wife would go out and she'd get drunk with a friend and then need a ride home. So I'd just take the tow truck and they would just be in her car and I'd just pick them up in the tow truck
Tow 'em home.
and tow 'em home.
That's great.
Yeah, we should get Eric on here to talk about towing. 'cause
That would be pretty
did-
good.
He-
Yeah, he'd
he's
have
got-
the best stories.
He's got a lot of really good stories because he did that shit for a long time. You ever had your car impounded or
yeah,
towed?
Actually, yeah.
I've never had a car impounded.
Neither have I. I sold a car one time, and I got a call. It was my '85 Jetta, and I got a call from the city impound lot that my car had been impounded. I sold it.
Is that the one you towed the jet skis with?
Yes. Yep. I had an '85 4-door, and I towed 2 jet skis with it. There were 2 stand-ups, me and my buddy Tim. The jet skis, the car was lowered, so the jet skis set up taller than the roof of the car, and we used to go out to Branched Oak with it.
Bypass all the people on the docks.
Yep, because like on a hot day, there'd be like 50 cars in lines waiting to drop their boats.
Everybody jackknifing it and
Well,
doing that shit.
no, the stand-ups only weigh like 200 pounds, so we would pull up on the side beside them, unhook them, pick them up off the trailer, and walk them down the dock and set them in the water.
Manually bring them into the water.
Yep,
Rather than...
and they'd get so pissed off.
While bumping Michael Jackson?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wasn't
Always Michael Jackson when we pulled up there.
Which song?
I don't know.
Beat
Probably Billie Jean.
It. I don't know a lot of Michael Jackson.
So I sold that car, and like a month later, I got a call that it had been impounded. The person bought it, never changed the title to their name, so it was still in my name. I almost went down there and got it back out of impound for like $200 and got the car back.
But you wanted to do the right thing and not.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't have the title. No, I signed the.
But you could have went and got a title.
I could have went and got a
pretty easily.
duplicate because the car was still in my name.
Yeah. How often do you think that happens where people
It's got to happen, right?
steal cars back?
I don't know. Buy a lot of old cars, and what do they do with the titles? Like, any old car for sale, there's no titles.
Yeah.
So they all sit in somebody's desk drawer and they die, and then their kids just throw everything away, or it goes down to the Goodwill and gets thrown away. I don't know, because my favorite thing is when you go to a swap meet and there's a dude that has 2 pieces of plywood front
And it says "looking for,"
or it says look, or it just has titles, and it's just a bunch of titles stapled to this board, and then you just walk up to him and you go, no, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that.
Right.
But he's out there putting in work. He's got freaking a 4x8 sheet of plywood. He's just walking around the damn swap meet with that on.
Well, some of them titles are probably worth more than the cars that he owned that he had the titles from.
Oh,
True.
absolutely.
So why
Yeah.
not
Buy
make
title
money
for-
off that paper?
$150 to $250 or more.
Yeah.
And, you get those. They get those cars back in the day for $25 probably.
Yeah, well, think about that too. You sell the title, and you can still sell parts off the car.
Or a lot of people that scrap the damn cars out, or like the scrappers will come in and are like, yeah, I'll give you whatever salvage weight is. Let me clean the lot or clean your old farm up. And then he's like, if you got titles for any of these, let me know. And then all of a sudden now he's got VIN
They
plates
can
and
sell
titles.
those too. Yeah.
They used to not, like when you go junk cars, they used to not require titles. They do now.
Why?
Well, I know there are some people that used to take cars down there. They needed money.
I don't know.
So they would just impound cars and take them down to the junk to get them scrapped. Basically the crusher, the scrap metal place.
Because
And
the rule,
just get money.
the rule used to be you have a tow truck, you didn't need a title.
Correct. They thought you were a legit company, so they didn't question it.
Was legit companies.
Well, it was, yeah. It was.
Hey,
Till shit happens.
Yep.
meth must be a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it was kind of a messed up thing to do.
Very methed.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm having a cucumber lime, Captain Morgan and Coke.
I can smell it.
Yeah, what's up with the cucumber lime?
Well, I buy handles of Captain Morgan, and so I just take random plastic bottles for to-go bottles. And I grabbed a Gatorade bottle I had in my fridge that was cucumber lime Gatorade. It
Dump
was
that
terrible.
crap out.
Oh,
Yeah, I dumped that shit
that's
out.
awful.
And then I filled it with Captain Morgan. Well, apparently that flavor really infused into the plastic.
I can see it.
And so now my drink tastes like cucumber lime.
Because you drink one of those, you taste cucumber lime
Yeah.
for like 3 more days.
It's almost like I have a Hispanic Morgan and Coke. It's like a margarita Morgan and Coke.
Sounds delicious.
Well, it's kind
No.
of refreshing with the cucumber.
Yeah, maybe.
All I can
What are you
picture is
doing
that
with your
cucumber
phone?
Gatorade, though.
I'm seeing if that 3D print's done. I got a message.
This is really good.
The last time you looked, it must have
Really?
been 36 hours and 30 minutes
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, I haven't looked
Checking.
at it. I haven't looked at it for 36 hours, and so I'm just really curious if it's done or not yet.
What all do you have on your list here for us to go over tonight?
Well, we pretty much covered it.
Man, we
Sure.
really started with the Monty not starting for the old
the
cruise.
birthday
there,
cruise and
and
wrapped it up pretty quick.
Yeah, there it was.
We can get back to car shows this summer.
Ooh,
What car shows are people thinking about going to?
Definitely
And
Vintage Torque Fest. Need to get the hotel reserved for that.
that's a great show. I haven't went. I didn't go last year, maybe the year before. And
Yeah,
3 years maybe.
I
Yeah.
wish we could go this year, but we can't.
Really?
So we've got
Why?
some. I can only go every other year. It's just science. That's the way it works.
Why?
Harrison's first communion is that Saturday, so I don't think it's worth driving up on Thursday and coming back Friday night.
Can't you reschedule communion?
Probably not the first one.
Seems like you could.
Maybe the second one you could, but I don't know that the bishop's gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna allow it.
What if he had
Does he like car shows?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him personally.
What if Harrison gets COVID?
Well, hey, with all this Omicron shit going around, there's a good chance everything's going to get canceled again because Brielle's got canceled and pushed back or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
you really need to shut stuff down for a cold.
Yeah, LPS is closed every Friday
Yeah,
for
'cause
the next
teachers
3
always
weeks
work
because
4 days a week
Omicron
anyway,
only
so-
comes out on Friday, so
Yeah, it's true.
it's keeping the kids safe.
Yep.
Is that science?
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Well, the
You
person
can't-
that
you can't
yelled
argue
it at me
science.
said the word science at least 7 times, so it must be.
And you can't get it when you sit down either. It's the same logic.
Yeah, or when your mouth's full.
We're kind of borderline because these are high stools.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
a little safer lower.
We-
but
If you're
We are
the
in
shorter
that
you
COVID
are,
line.
the higher the stool, you're closer to standing,
if you got
so you're
somebody
closer to
that's
catching it.
4'10".
Yeah, they're basically catching it
Wait,
right
is
now.
that science?
That
No.
is science,
Huh.
yes.
So your wife never has to sit down.
right.
But
She's safe.
Low enough under
If she walked by us, she would be.
the same
height
height
or
of us
under.
sitting down.
No, I think it has to. It's basically the
Your
angle,
knees have to be
it's
bent?
The angle of your knees. That's what keeps you safe.
Oh, so it's like taking a shit.
Yeah, nobody has ever got COVID pooping. That's
Did you
science.
know that I just learned this week that the scientists at the research center in the Antarctic, they have COVID right now? How'd they fucking get it?
You probably got raped by a polar bear who had it.
Damn, the fucking polar bears.
Full circle.
They were in the middle of fucking nowhere with no I mean, you can't get a better isolation or quarantine than that, and they all have COVID right now.
Well, somebody flew in there, obviously.
They make trips like once
Okay,
a
hold on.
month
No,
with supplies.
time out. I figured it out. So we were listening to the Adam Carolla show the other day, and there
He's
is
still relevant.
yeah, his podcast actually is pretty good.
Wow. You think he ever owned a Corolla?
Honda Corolla.
A Honda Corolla. Yeah, no, I don't know. He owns a lot of.
He's got to have at
Nissan.
least one.
Yeah.
right?
It would just be funny to pull up to a show in a Corolla and have him get out. If I was him,
He
I probably
has
would do
to.
that. But there's apparently a porn star who has been farting in jars and selling them.
Seen that.
I didn't know where you were
And
And I
going
think
with
my
this.
wife was watching a video that I caught just a tad.
Okay, that was a completely different.
No,
completely
there was a TikTok
A jar?
that somebody was talking about.
Jart.
Yes,
She's
that's what it
making
was.
tons of money.
This is
Yeah,
the
she
best
had-
and
she-
worst story ever.
She had to go to the hospital because of her diet. She was hammering like 4 protein
Yes,
shakes and
and
just
beans
eating
and
beans
shit.
nonstop.
Oh, just to pop these things out.
yeah,
huh?
because she was making a lot of money. She's
She
selling
made
like
like
$200 a jar.
She made $200,000.
Did she ever think maybe she
More
could
than
just
that.
not fart in a jar, close the lid, mail it off, sell it, and then be
she's-
like,
I think she sends a video along with it.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be authentic.
I would know the difference.
you could
Yeah.
send the same video
Just
to
saying.
everybody.
Oh my god, you're a fucking genius!
There is some sick
I'm
fucks
sure
out
she
there.
does. Come
You
on.
need, seriously, she needs a better manager.
429.
Really, better manager.
There's some sick
No
people
doubt.
out there.
I want to know who the fuck's buying a jar of fart that's
Who
not a
buys-
gag gift.
Who buys used underwear? That's a huge market for used underwear.
Girls
I'm
sell
gonna
used
start- I'm
bathwater.
gonna start stealing my wife's used underwear and make money for car parts.
I thought you had a different plan.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
He's got a lot of plans, but stealing used underwear is one of them.
Like
Probably one of the best.
Super easy to buy car parts or whatever we wanted.
Yeah, I know. And then you just gonna need to set up a freaking fake profile picture where you look like a
Right.
totally hot babe, and you're like, oh yeah, these are mine.
Man
Ew.
farts.
That's what I told you. I could do that. I just need a picture of a cute girl, and I can fart in jars all day long.
Yeah, I can't get behind that because I feel like you're lying now.
Oh, you don't think you could?
I just don't
think
want
you
the
can-
guy.
I'm definitely lying.
I don't want the guy that's getting a hot chick fart jar to like open up a can of Aaron. You know, like that's fucked up.
Well, they wouldn't know the difference.
I think it's hilarious,
They would be
and,
like,
and
"What
it's
the
money in my
fuck
pocket.
Is that
Right?
chick been eating? That chick farts
Yeah,
like
but
a man.
Maybe the worse smell,
No.
the more people pay.
The kind of guy that buys that jar wants it to smell bad.
He wants to whiff.
that is
He does.
Fucking weird. Like what the fuck? Oh, she's selling fart jar NFTs. So
Wow.
it's digital fart jars and
Really?
So they're fake fart jars.
fake fart jars that go off on the.
Yeah, I don't get the
Metaverse.
NFTs.
I watched
If I
a video
can't
of a
smell
guy
the
was
fart,
talking the
I'm
other
not
day,
buying it.
And he was talking about how he was down eating his wife's vagina and she farted, so he whiffed it up and then went up and kissed her and just blew it in her mouth.
He owned himself.
Well, he was getting her back.
I mean, who's the joke on?
Well, he was getting her
I
back.
don't
How much-
know.
She did it to him, so he gave it back.
Yeah, but
He
he's
held
like,
it in
just
his
rip that out.
He
lungs.
has a lungs full of poop particulates.
No,
Yeah.
it's stuck
So
in his
she
mouth.
smells it for a little bit, and he has to brush his teeth.
Well, he injected it into her fucking mouth.
He's like, I want to make out, baby.
Yeah.
Oh man, he really.
She
got her good.
basically ate her own ass.
Dude, some people have to have ribs removed to do that.
I think I'm done eating anything
I don't
if she
know if that's
farts on me.
You don't think that the Marilyn Manson
No,
story and
no,
all
You
that
don't
It's
think you
not
can
a thing.
remove enough ribs to eat?
your own asshole?
Yeah.
What about that person with a real long tongue? Gene Simmons, maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of energy and money wasted to eat your own asshole.
Yeah. I don't really see the
Not
pleasure
worth
in it, but people buy jars of farts, so who the fuck knows?
It is insane.
There's people that got feet fetish. I've been trying to get my wife on that
That's
game.
what I'm saying. I said you already have another plan.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to say it.
Well, okay. Well, because she's missing toes. I told her, I said she has exotic feet. We could make a lot of fucking money. They're not normal feet.
Oh, you're not saying it arouses you.
No.
Okay.
No.
Wait, hold on.
This
Of
is-
course it does.
Yeah, well, yeah. I
Yeah.
love getting half a footsie
Yeah.
between both feet.
Yeah, get that toe jam all
But I'm
over
like,
it.
we could really do this. I might just start doing it secretly when
You
she's
have to.
sleeping. And
Yeah.
just on my own
You've been
side.
talking about this for
You should-
years,
yeah.
and you should already be
Show
rich.
her the OnlyFans account that's making like $5,000 a month,
Once
and
I
then
have
she's
the
on
money
board.
rolling in, and
Then you
they wouldn't
break
have to
the
see
news
what
to
she
her.
looked like.
No, just the feet.
No, it's just
Just
the
all
feet.
they
They don't
want.
care what anything else
She's
looks
like,
like. They
where's
just
all
want
this
the
money
feet.
coming from? I'm like, all right, well, I'll tell you.
I've been taking pictures of my feet and putting them on the internet.
Yeah.
She's like, well, why don't we use my feet? And I was like, that's a great idea.
She's like, why have you been
We're starting that
lotioning my
right
feet?
now. I totally wasn't
Why
doing
do
that.
You take
What if
yourself
you were
lotioning my
selling-
feet every night?
You were selling pictures of her feet. She didn't know, but she was buying it.
That'd be weird,
She's
Like
like,
she had a
there's
foot
another
fetish.
chick with feet like my feet.
right?
A lot of role playing potential there.
Yeah, that would really figure things out, like why she didn't want me to do it. She wanted to keep her feet for herself.
Selfish. I feel like that's probably not the problem, but
I don't know. There's sick people out there. I'd like to take advantage of them.
That's true. That's really true.
True story.
yeah. Yeah, the internet has really brought out the worst in humanity.
Has it brought out the worst, or just made them be honest with themselves?
It's made a lot of people rich.
That's probably true. It showed the worst. Probably
Yeah.
is a better way. Not brought out.
You could just be
showed
honest.
It,
You can, well, you can just be honest with
because you're
yourself.
anonymous.
Yeah.
You're hiding behind a screen. It's keyboard warriors,
Yep.
but foot jacker offers.
Well, there's a lot of weird shit like that. I mean, feet's probably the best thing. I mean, there's people with some weird fetishes. I don't want to get into.
I mean,
that.
you would know.
Yeah, and anyway, so how about that? Boy, let's go back to COVID. That seems to be a calm, hot topic button. No, I don't know. Changing the subject.
You guys get uncomfortable.
Feet too spicy for garage talk?
Yeah, you guys get uncomfortable.
No, they're probably too.
You just
we're-
can't stand up anymore.
Yeah.
So are my pants getting smaller? What the
I need a
fuck?
drink, but my pants don't fit now.
All right.
Yeah, hey, can somebody, hey, while you're up, will you give me a beer? I got a math class boner right now, and I can't.
He's in there
Did
trying.
anybody else ever have that happen? The bell would always ring at the
NRB?
worst.
No reason boner?
Yeah.
That's what Eric calls them.
Oh,
The old NRB.
Eric, freaking hitting switches,
Oh, yeah.
throbbing. Oh my God, he had names. The Flaming Lady. He had all sorts of things for
Yeah.
names for that thing.
You seen the flaming lady?
Well, you saw just the lady part. You never saw the flaming part because he didn't light his.
I have a
pubes
healthy
on,
imagination,
He didn't
though.
light his pubes on fire with cologne.
That was a thing of beauty.
I can't even believe that that's a real life story, but when we have Eric on here, we're going to get into it.
Yeah, that could
Yeah.
be pretty good.
Yeah.
Touching the bubble gum.
Yeah. He got my wife really good back in the day. He's like, oh, Brandy, I found a bird egg. I found a bird egg. And she's like, oh, really? He's got his fucking balls in his hand.
That's like pre-dick in a box. Like,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, that was way back when. The Batwing. What else was there? There was all sorts of good ones he had. The
that's-
wristwatch.
The hamburger.
The wristwatch, yeah.
Wristwatch was
Yep.
good.
The hamburger.
The hamburger, that was another classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys can all do internet research to figure out what those are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're not, there really no.
You're not gonna show them?
Click on images.
Yeah.
Why don't you
We'll put
show
a
the
link in the
people?
description
Yeah.
to Urban Dictionary.
Ooh, Texas man water.
Oh man.
Kentucky Klondike Bar.
I don't know.
I don't know this one.
But Texas
Arkansas Petting Zoo.
man water was actually made and named in my kitchen.
Oh, wow.
Your
My kitchen. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's when
And
certain person.
Explain it.
drank by a woman, I
Please
believe.
explain it.
So we had.
Viewer discretion advised.
Yeah, this show is not for
Earmuffs.
children at this point. If you have children in the car, please tell them to put
Throw 'em
earmuffs on. Yeah, throw them out.
Put them on the roof.
We were having a what was it? It was a Halloween party, costume party. Somebody dressed up like New York from Flavor of Love. Was not a colored gal. Was white, but used, nowadays they call that blackface and that's offensive, but back then it was okay.
It was like slightly tan face.
A lot of
She didn't
foundation.
look black.
A lot of foundation was used on her entire body. My entire walls I just painted were smeared up with brownish colored foundation.
So enough to be offensive today, though.
It was offensive to me at the time.
No.
I had to repaint my whole fucking house. But we're getting off
That's
topic
fair.
here. So she ran out of her parrot. I believe it was in a Parrot Bay bottle. Let me bring back the memories. It was in a Parrot Bay bottle. She finished it off. A certain person had been known to maybe urinate.
Luke, I am your father.
Urinate in bottles.
Tell the story,
urinated in a
Luke.
bottle. And Texas man water is a 60-40 mix.
Of what?
Urine and water.
Oh.
Yeah.
I figured it was 60% one guy's urine and 40% another guy's
No,
urine.
we gotta water that shit down. So
Yeah.
her
It's too
Parrot Bay
spicy.
bottle ended up back in the freezer.
It takes a while.
We kind of let it cool down a little bit, and then she found her bottle in the freezer. She took a big old pull off and then go, "Oh, who put fucking water in my Parrot Bay? And why is it salty?"
Salt water.
Yeah. So
Why is it salty?
she took a rip off of a
We were making margaritas right next to it. Must have got a little salt in there.
I was like, "Oh damn, she drinks Texas man water!" And I was just running around screaming Texas man water the whole night. And I believe Zach was here, and that was an Urban Dictionary, kind of was starting to be a thing. So he put it on Urban Dictionary.
Claimed it real quick. Hold,
Yeah.
I want to look this up.
Yeah, look
feel
it
like
up and read the description.
I feel like it should more be like Oklahoma water.
I don't know why Texas man water popped in my head, but I was just yelling, running around screaming it, and I had a good time. And we've got our video. Well, I guess it's just phone research going on right now.
Not the fun kind.
Yeah, there's no Stormy Daniels research going on.
I said the fun kind.
Oh, apparently that's not fun.
Feet. He's looking at feet.
She so last year. Texas man water. Oh, they couldn't find it.
What? That shit probably got kicked off because it involves urine. Everything's going so PG now.
Not on Urban Dictionary.
Is it not? I haven't been on Urban
No.
Dictionary
Yeah,
in years.
what do you got to do? Type in Urban Dictionary and then go to the search bar and then type that in?
There's some dirty shit in there, like the Kentucky Klondike bar. You
do tell.
take a shit and then you freeze it, and then you take that frozen shit out and you use it as like a dildo on her.
I thought that was a
Oh,
car.
okay. You
And
got to
there's
make
different names.
man water is one word.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for the people that look it up at home, it's Texas space man water, one word. It's a slang term for unknowingly drinking human urine. At a party, if someone plays a joke on someone they despise, for instance, filling a beer bottle with urine or mixing a drink with urine, originated in Lincoln, Nebraska, a
Don't make that shit up. But
group of friends began to refer to the drink as Texas man water.
And that was where Texas
By
man water came from.
Burnout Nova, May 22nd, 2008.
You can't deny it. Burnout Nova.
2008.
Because this continued over on Knox Street for a while. So this
Wow.
originated here.
No.
I'm going to give you a thumbs
So
up.
the urinating and stuff, the Texas man water name came from that initial
Okay.
night.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Because that happened on Knox Street a few times.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
With a unopened, a bottle of beer usually makes a sound when you open it, and some people had to add the as I handed it to people to drink. Because I'd go over there to like, don't drink that, don't drink that, don't drink that one. Here's your beer.
The best part about Knox Street was if you bought really shitty beer and it wasn't like Bud Light or what the hell did TJ drink? Smirnoff Ice?
No, Mike's Hards or
Mike's Hards and Smirnoff
He liked
Ice.
Smirnoff Triple Blacks.
And if it
That's
wasn't
true.
one of those,
I did
you could
too, but I
put
didn't want to
a
drink with him.
Yeah.
Old Milwaukee's Best Light that would sit in there over the week if you didn't make it to the next week, and you'd be like, "Oh fuck, my beer's still here." I
Yeah.
didn't give a shit. I was drinking to get drunk, and it wouldn't disappear.
There's a lot of fucked up shit that went on in that house. Like, just dumb shit, doing shit to people. We had a taser one time, and there were some people out in the garage, and the battery ran down, and we're like, well, wonder if it gets stronger. So we got some little jumper cables, and we hooked the leads from the taser to the car battery,
Oh man.
and started shocking people to see if it would get more intense.
I feel like you could have just handed that to me, but
I could have.
did it get more intense?
I don't know. It hurt everybody.
Fucking Blaze.
It hurt
I fucking
everybody.
miss Blaze.
Yeah.
Half wolf, half German Shepherd dog.
You know what? Towards the end there, I actually got pretty good with that. That dog was actually pretty nice.
He was an awesome dog. Once
Don't
you got
walk
to
into
know
his
him.
house unannounced.
Correct.
That
Or
was not
walk
good.
in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we were pretty cool, except for one time he fucking snapped at me and bit me a little bit, and I was real butthurt for about 2 weeks, and then I got over it.
Yeah.
Half
You
actual
snapped your
wolf.
butt.
Oh yeah.
Actual wolf.
The dog was huge.
That's cool.
Fucking, he was a scary motherfucker.
You bought
And
the
if you
house
were
on
a
Chloe.
dude, if you were a dude, he didn't know you, he would fucking attack you. It was fucking
He
pretty
was huge. I
aggressive.
bet he
Good
weighed
boy.
$150 or better.
Super tall.
Yeah,
he
like-
stood tall.
That's a lot.
If he's like a 4-foot chain link fence, his head was like,
He was basically right at the top of it.
yeah,
Yeah, he was tall.
yeah. If he like come out you on his hind legs, probably be taller than you and knock your ass down.
Probably.
TJ always used to run out of the back. Are we allowed to say names on this?
Well, I don't know. You're the one that
You've said TJ's name like 8 times already.
yeah.
All right, well, fuck it. Well, I also said Dan's name like 8 times on the other one, too.
The guy I can't.
Oh, the
name.
destroyer,
guy I
you
can't
mean?
name. And then you're like that fucking.
You even
Dan.
said my full name, so why are you asking now?
You want me to beep all your guys' names out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. No.
I don't know.
And we got beep, 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 beep. But, TJ would always run out the back of his own house when the cops showed up.
Oh, yeah, we go in the shed.
He would go in the shed, he'd hide in his trunk, he'd hide in the back seat of his...
Underneath a car, I remember cops
his
showed up in Bell or not
Monte
Belmont.
Carlo SS, that's what it was. He'd hide
Yeah.
it, and it had black, 5% tint on the windows, so
Yeah.
you couldn't see in there. But I remember one of the times we ran with him, me, Eric, and TJ, and we jumped the fence, we're hauling ass, jumping in the neighbor's yard, there's a clothesline. And Eric ducks right underneath it, and TJ goes, quick, and it fucking hooked his chin, and he fucking flipped back into me. So I ducked and ran, kind of underneath him as he was falling on me, and I didn't hit the damn clothesline. But that was that was awesome.
The best part is he'd run from his own party, and it was his house. He was
Yeah.
the only owner of the house,
Yeah.
and he would run like they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Like people
well,
just
he'd be
broke
like,
into
"What
his house and
happened?"
had a party.
Like,
yeah.
oh my god, why is there so many people? And he's like, no, I'm working. What do you mean there's people at my house?
Yep. Yeah. Same with the parties at the shop.
Oh,
Man, I feel like we...
fucking
Great
Yeah.
times. Great times.
great times. Good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never talked about the demolition derbies that happened there with the impounded
No.
cars.
I wish I was there.
Oh, it was classic.
Ooh,
I remember.
sounds fun.
Great.
I remember Bert not putting his seatbelt on and smashing his head into the windshield.
Oh god.
He broke that fucking windshield
Fuck.
and was just like, meh. Blood's running down his
Bert
face.
was a different animal back then.
Yeah.
I still think he's probably could bring that old animal out if you.
Yeah, I think so.
Might
I don't think
have
that animal goes
Dane
away.
Bramage. From
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that we flipped that car. Well, put the brick on the pedal,
Mm-hmm.
and it just went ba 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 ba. It was so hot. I think the radiator was blowing out of it. It
Oh,
was still
yeah.
running. It was so hot that pulled all the plug wires off trying to kill it because it wouldn't shut off.
It was just dieseling.
And it flipped it over, and it finally shut off. I think after you flipped it, the catalytic converter was
It was glowing.
red hot, like
Nice.
torch red hot. Oh, that was wait. Did we flip it over before or after we started on fire? Flipped it over, then flipped it back over. Then we made a trail. You guys want to watch it? It's in owned by FTP DVD, which is on YouTube. Go look it up on FTP Speed Shop YouTube channel. because the whole DVD is there. It's towards the end.
It's long, but it's pretty good.
It's very long, but it's at the end of it. If you look at part 2 and watch that.
I know what I'm doing later.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know who it was. Somebody's dumping gas, and then I think it was a pole fall. Mike said, "Make a trail," and Travis goes, "Make a trail." It's not gonna work.
That's only in the movies.
And then Travis, "Give me the lighter." Boom.
Yeah.
So it worked?
It worked.
Well, he didn't make a trail. He just walked up to it and lit the core support on fire, and it went boof with like a giant ass flame fireball. And we go. I think the cops showed up, or the cops drove by, and the car was on fire. And so we were like, "Hey, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. It's not my place."
Yep.
I didn't light anything on fire. I was just recording it.
Yeah.
And so we dipped out, and you could see the freaking smoke and the mushroom cloud from the woof, like
Cops
miles
came to
away.
that shop all the time. We were doing something one night. I don't know if it was a demolition derby that time. And the cops showed up. And TJ ran and went into a shop. And me and Eric and I don't remember if it was Tim
Skinner
or Skinner out there. We're hiding behind cars in the tow lot.
No, inside the shop. Like, were you inside the shop?
No, TJ was inside the shop. We were out in the car lot hiding behind cars.
Okay, that happened twice then, because I think it was me, Eric, TJ. Fuck, maybe I was inside with TJ that night.
Maybe.
Because that story sounds too much
Because
to say.
the cops ended up getting in and drew their guns on us.
Yeah, I was
and lined
inside
us
with
up on the
TJ.
fence. And we're like, TJ, get the fuck out here. And he
Yeah.
wouldn't come out. And they had us at gunpoint.
TJ, I
lined
was
up against the
in
fence.
TJ's, like, on his side, and TJ had, like, ran off into the other side of the place.
He finally
He
came
dipped
out after they were getting ready to haul us away. And he's like, it's my shop. And they're like, okay, we thought they were stealing shit. And they just let us go.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if he would have came out in the first place, we would have been fine.
I said, I'm not going outside, TJ. You need to get the fuck out of here. I'm not going outside, because if I walk outside of the shop, they're going to be like, who are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm just another guy here.
Inside the shop.
Yeah.
I'm working.
I'm like, I'm
What
not
are they
going
doing?
out, because TJ shut off all the lights, and so we're trying to, like, he shut off the lights as he ran in there, and he knew the place really well, because he was, and so I'm just like bumbling into shit. And
Well, and it was to the point, before he came out, they had pulled all of our wallets out of our pockets. They ran checks on us, and the guy sat there the whole time with a gun on us.
yeah.
Like, I don't know why he drew his gun. We didn't have any weapons.
Wait, what was the dog's name that was down there?
Titan.
Titan. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where was Titan at?
I think he might have been locked
Probably
up
chained
on a
up.
chain.
Oh,
Love
so
that
he
dog.
always had been going nuts.
Really?
That was my sister's dog.
God, that dog was a fucking prick.
Super
I remember.
They started humping somebody's leg one time. It's like, let that thing finish, man.
Don't not
Because you're
pull it
going to get
off.
destroyed.
Do not pull it off.
So that dog knew me, and he was crazy. So my sister had to
let
get
him
rid of him.
finish.
So TJ took him for a lot dog, and there'd be big parties there. And I'd go outside,
man.
and I remember one time I'm just petting Titan because he knew who I was, and some other dude's like, "Man, can I pet that dog?" And I'm like, "Yeah." The dude reaches out to pet him, and that dog bites his fucking thumb almost off. And there's blood going everywhere. That guy leaves.
Yeah.
Comes back like 2 hours later with stitches and his hand all done up. He's like, "That was fucked up, man."
Dude, the
But
shop,
it was the best thing I've ever seen.
shop parties there. Shop parties there were fucking awesome.
Good
We
time.
had a freaking DJ up on
Jungle
stage.
juice.
Dude,
Jungle juice.
have kegs. People would we'd charge X amount to come in.
$5.
Take their
whatever.
fucking beer. If they brought 12
Yeah,
packs, 24
confiscate
k, confiscate it. Made them pay the $5. Put it in the fridge. And if it got broke up, then got a bunch of beer.
Yeah, I remember Travis telling me one time, he's like, we're like, oh yeah, hey, yeah, we got our wristband, $5, or got our cups or whatever it was, and he's like, okay, yeah. Front 2 kegs, cool. Don't get the one on the end. I go, okay. why is
Last
that?
party.
He goes, yeah, that one was from last party last month. It's been sitting there. We put it on ice 2 days ago, so it's not good. to
Don't
drink,
drink
but
that one.
It's cold.
Don't drink it.
Don't drink that one.
That's flat.
That one's flat. Yeah. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun there. We had a lot of fun there.
A lot of good
Yeah,
times.
it was good.
Oh, do you remember the freaking because you guys had all the Geo Metros in the Festivas and
He had a lot of that shit.
no, and like we souped them all up. We made the Hell Camino in TJ's
Yes.
garage with the Sawzall blades, and
Yeah.
we hooked up the blower motor
Onto the intake.
and this punched a hole through the windshield
And
for
put
the
a toggle switch to
for
turn
the
it on.
turbo.
That was the El Camino or the
Hell Camino.
El Cametro. It was the El Cametro.
El
Then
Cametro?
Then it turned into
The
the
Hell Camino.
yes.
Yeah.
El Metro.
Yeah, it was just the heater blower motor. Flip
Yeah.
that baby. I think the boost we probably gained about a horsepower.
About one.
That's pretty good.
It was legit.
Yeah.
I remember every time it rained, it was like in hard rain, not like a little rainstorm. It was like we're going out in like old gravel roads and just. I remember
That's
we
when
were
you can
riding
spin the tires.
one of them, and like I think Riley was in one of them, and they were like smashing into each other going down the road at like 50 miles an hour, and spun
Yeah.
Riley out and put him in the ditch. I think
Well,
or somebody.
Pre the Metros, when he started buying those, he had an old, I don't remember what it was a little Honda hatchback, but it was a rear wheel drive Honda. I don't remember what model it was.
Dude, that was probably super rare. It was probably like an all-wheel drive.
No, it was just rear
Just
wheel.
rear-wheel drive
It was
hatch?
just rear wheel.
Sure you weren't going in reverse?
Yeah. I don't remember what it was. You'd have to research the model of what Honda, like it was like a 210 or something like that. It was a numbered model of what
Yeah.
this car was. And that thing would whip some hellacious cookies out on gravel roads because it was so little that it would just fucking go. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I hear Miatas are good for that too.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I don't know. No
Those guys-
personal experience.
There's guys that I think are putting LSs in them fucking things.
Yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
would be crazy.
That'd be insane.
Just a stock LS and a Miata.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be crazy fast.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of guys that road race those with LS swaps in them, or you know, some sort of a bigger motor swap in them.
You probably.
Yeah. That would be freaking insane.
Yes, it would be.
All right, guys. We've been at it for a little while here. I think it's time to wrap it up. I want to thank Ryan, Derek, and Aaron for coming out tonight and having a good time, bullshitting in the garage for a couple hours and just kicking it like we did back in the day. Except now there's microphones and cameras here. So stay tuned for the next one.
There's
and
always cameras.
well, not in the garage normally. Yeah. So then we'll catch you on the next one.